Why do older men often find themselves in a long-distance relationship with a young girl from the Philippines? Well, today we're going to answer that question. I want to thank all of our new subscribers and welcome y'all to our wild and crazy family. We're glad you joined us, and for this long-distance relationship adventure, because that's what it is. Feel free to comment and share your stories. Give us all the information of what happened with you and your relationships, and we can all learn from that. We can teach each other and help each other. Now, as we start, I want to ask you, have you ever considered the thrill of breaking out of your old, tired, mundane life? What would it be like? What would it be like to have the adventure of a lifetime? Well, stay with me. We're going to explore the Philippines to answer the question of why are so many men being captivated by the country and the people in it. The Philippines is a country of rich cultural heritage, natural beauty. That's undeniable. And that's given the reputation as Pearl of the Orient. The blend of Asian and Western influence, lush rainforests, vibrant beaches, mountains with those rice terraces. Man, those things are so cool. Have you seen those? Oh, I love them. All of that contributes to making the name Pearl of the Orient. And that reflects the gem, the Asian Pacific region that we know as the Philippines. The name Pearl of the Orient just brings a vision to mind of something really valuable. And it is. So, let's see why. The cornerstone of the Philippines undoubtedly is the enchanting beauties, known to be family-oriented, incredibly supportive, strong, hardworking, educated, loyal, yet simple in nature. Are you getting the picture? Having a Filipino as a partner can bring happiness to a relationship as well as a feeling of well-being. Their rich beauty is no secret, and it won't be hidden from the world. The qualities are very appealing to an older man that's looking for a stable family with a warm love. If you haven't had a partner for a while, I know that gets your attention. It sure did mine. Think for a moment. You and a woman so beautiful that when you look at her, you think, I can't believe she's sitting here right beside me. And y'all be sitting on a beautiful white beach, the moonlit night shimmering on the water. They're just finishing up roasting a pig. It's almost ready to eat. Whew. That sounds good to me. You know it's going to be a special night. And when you think about it, it was only last year that things weren't so good. But this year, things are really off to a phenomenal start. You might ask, how all this affects me? Well, if you're already in a long-distance relationship, it can prompt you to take a refreshing look at your relationship. And as you look into the things that we're talking about, they'll give you ideas to improve your relationship. If you're not in an LDR, long-distance relationship, or you're considering one, the information that we discuss can give you direction to help you avoid problems and to guide you toward an adventure of a lifetime. While much can be said about many nationalities as far as long-distance relationships, the Philippines is without a doubt a country that certainly defies being overlooked. When you open the box of the country that we call the Philippines, you'll be in for a huge surprise. The beauty of the country, the warm people, the fact that this is a country that stood beside the United States in good and bad times. They fought side by side in wars with us, and yet they remained solid friends with us throughout the years. That's only a few qualities that makes the Philippines shine as the Pearl of the Orient. I can remember my wife telling me about her father and how he was with the American soldiers, and it's the only country that I know of in the world that has an American appreciation holiday. Oh, gives me a good feeling. You know, in today's society, technology has made it easier to bridge the gap between social apps, messaging, video calls. Hey, it's never been easier to reach around the world and find a partner that not only excites you, but fulfills your needs. You no longer have to shop at the same old food store. Perhaps you've already met a Filipino. If so, tell us about it in the comments. You know, some people don't even believe things like this can happen. My neighbors sometimes just look at me and wonder, what in the world? You know, so leave us a little information in the comments about what's going on with you. Okay, why do older men start these relationships? Well, often it's a mixture of just wanting companionship, seeking an adventure, and recapturing their youth. I often call the Philippines the land of second chances. Think about this. After years of an unsatisfying life, we're looking for excitement that a younger girl with optimism can bring and spice up our lives. I remember, to me, I thought about it as, man, I'm looking for one big adventure. And it didn't let me down. In the Philippines, older men are prized for their stability and wisdom that they can bring to a relationship. Well, while here in the West, they're often looked at as past their prime. Oh boy. In the Philippines, age is ingrained into the women. Older age is seen with respect. And you'll see that in some of the gestures they do of touching their head to their hands, to their forehead to the hands of people. It's a sign of respect. Many young women view that relationship with an older man as not only being a good thing, but as being a smart thing. Okay? Fundamental values of the Asian women bring happiness to the older Western men. You know, the Western men are tired of the Karens of the West. They never appreciate anything you do for them. Kind of sounds like an old Western movie. Karens of the West. I can just see the title right now. You can see one of them riding a horse and complaining about everything. Tired of that. Believe me, it's a stimulating balance that both parties can bring to the table. So now you can see the value of a brown-skinned Asian beauty that can bring your heart and make it skip a beat. Whew! So what does a man from the West see when he looks at a Filipino? He can see the beauty dating all the way back to Polynesia. Now, that kind of brings a vision of beauty to me. A long-haired woman dancing on the beach. You ever think about that? I thought that's pretty cool. Their women are strong, vibrant, and their culture surrounding their family unit is just great. A loyal and devoted woman that's seeking a man that she can build her life around. Wow, that's kind of neat. No, it ain't kind of neat, it's really neat. Okay. Now, I have to ask you, is there any doubt that these factors draw men that's looking for love? Of course not. While it's not always easy, never said it was, the rewards can be truly unbelievable for a man that's seeking a family-oriented woman that has so much to offer. Yeah. A lot of men hear the calling of these long-haired beauties, but only a few realize the actual connection. Western culture tells a man to work hard, to build a home, his family, end up marrying his childhood sweetheart. You know, it's a lifelong project, compelling him to work, to put aside money to fulfill his dream. And lately, that dream just seems to be more like a nightmare than a dream. Men 40 years and up especially men of retirement age, they're starting to break free of the chains that hold them to a way of life that seems to kind of have passed on. These men are challenging the norm. They're seeking adventure. And often a younger, more vibrant and exciting girl in the Philippines is part of that strategy. You know, this explains why more and more men are becoming more daring. They're becoming bolder. They want to reach out for a life more of what they want, not what they were told they could have if they did all of these other things and it didn't work out. Having a long distance channel, well, it's taught me a lot of things. It shows me the statistics of which age men are following along in the long distance relationship area. Well, I do see men that are, or younger men that are starting to find what the older men have already found. What I really see is men over 40 are starting to make moves to secure a happier life with a loving and beautiful Filipino. I really see that. You know, as we've gotten older, our lives have changed. Let's face it. Divorces and deaths, they've all stripped away the chains that were holding us back, and now we can look at the whole world, not just our little tiny corner of the world. That's gone. Right. The draw of the Philippines and the surrounding area, it's a magical dream. It offers us yet another chance at love in the Pearl of the Orient. Now let's just slide on over and make our dreams a reality. Don't forget to subscribe and join me.